Hey guys, it's Ron here, and I'm going to talk to you today about the Evo 2 8K and the Mavic Air 2 right after this. Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about the Evo 2 8K and the Air 2. I'm going to give you my opinion on the drones. You know, they're both different. So I'm not going to say one's better than the other, but I'm going to tell you kind of my take on both of them. So I'm going to start with the controllers. First, this controller that the Air 2 has, a lot of people didn't like it because of how bulky it is. You know, that's probably the biggest downfall of this, is how big it is. I mean, comparing it to the drone, it's about the same size. But I like it because I used a smart controller, and it feels a lot like the smart controller. I am a thumb flyer, so it's perfect for me. I like the way the antenna comes out, and then your phone can rest on there. And my biggest rave about this is your connectors are inside here, so they're hidden. So guys, if you buy the Air 2 and you're wondering where your iPhone connector is, it's already attached. So look there first before you call your dealer or where you bought it from, telling you didn't get your cable. You know, I just like the way it feels. I like the simplicity of this. Right here you have your sport, right here in the middle you have your sport, normal, and tripod modes. You have your return to home. It's just a good feeling controller. That's all I'm going to say about that. No, I'm just kidding. So this is the same controller as the Evo 2. I'm sorry, the Evo 1. Very disappointed in that. You know, when you up your price point on your drone, I expect a little bit more. I mean, I would have been okay if they would have used the same body, if you will, with the screen and all that. That doesn't bother me. I think these still feel a little on the cheaper side from a consumer point of view. But that's not really a big deal for me. Minor that I have is on my Evo 1, that these grips in the heat, the glue will either melt or dissolve or whatever, and the bottom one and the top one come off, and your phone or your phone can't fit. It slides right out. So I think this is cheap. I'd probably get a holder for it, a different one, because this is definitely not good, Autel. And then of course the antennas, biggest complaint I've seen on them. They said they fixed the pins, but they look the same to me. I'm not a big fan of the controller. That they didn't change anything on it. That's probably the biggest disappointment, Autel. Grading this, you know, going from A to F like in school, for the price, I'm gonna give this a B+, and maybe an A-. And the reason is how big and bulky it is for the size drone that you're getting. Autel, I'm gonna give you a D+. I'm sorry, D+, maybe C-, right in that range, because you didn't change nothing, and you up the price of your drone. So that's probably my biggest thing. Drone to drone, how they fly, I'm gonna go with that first. You know, a lot of complaints about how the Evo 2 flies. Again, they're different, and they're made for different uses. They're different purposes. I believe this is more of a professional use drone. This is more of a hobbyist drone. But comparing this, I would say that this is a teenager, and this one is a 60-year-old. Why? It's because of how it turns, how quick and how slow it responds to your commands. That's probably the best way to describe it. This is very agile and nimble, so I think this flies really sleek. Again, not saying it's one thing or the other, they just fly different. Camera to camera, the same sensor, but you can do more with this camera on the Evo 2 than you can with the Air, when it comes to videoing, when it comes to what kind of photo you want to take, what size photo you want to take, all that good jazz. You can do a little bit more on the settings with the Evo than you can with the Mavic Air. I think the Mavic Air is a smarter drone with the intelligent flight modes. I'm a big fan of that. They're fun to fly when you have your orbit mode and your asteroid mode and boomerang and whatnot. Those are all really good things that hobbyists would love in a drone. So that's why I think this is a good hobbyist drone. Price point is $799 versus $1495. You know, it's a huge difference in price. You know, Autel, when you up the game and you go over that $1,000 price point, I think you're held to a higher standard in the drone. And on the 8K model, I don't think you hit that 100%. I do think that DJI did exceed my expectations out of this drone. But then again, it's all about presentation. It's no different than seeing a movie. You hear all these great things. Oh my God, this movie's amazing. It's badass, blah, 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 blah. And then you see the movie, you're like, it was just okay. Because everybody hyped it up. I think that's what happened here. So in CES, everybody hyped this drone up, and everybody had this expectation and it didn't hit that expectation. Where DJI, smart marketing, hey, we got this new drone. It does this, this, and this. And in 2 days, it's shipped. Autel, in 2 years, it ships. DJI, 2 days, it ships. A little sarcastic there, but yes, 2 days. Yes, it took quite a long time for them to get this shipped. Just like the Evo one, their logistics are horrible. Another thing that I'm going to be a little petty on is that the DJI comes with cords for my iPhone or Apple device, and your Autel product does not. So that's probably a big gripe I have there. All in all, you know, both drones are good. If you're going to use it to make money, I definitely would probably go with the Evo. And if you're going to use it for fun, I definitely would go with the Mavic Air 2. However, I have heard some rumors and for some credible sources that the latest firmware is not good for the DJI, that actually drones have fallen out of the sky. So I have yet to upgrade my firmware. I'm not going to until I hear differently. But all in all, guys, you know, these drones are good. I'm a part of a couple Facebook groups that I'm very heavily active in. Number one is the drone community, has well over 15,000 people. I'm going to put a link in the description below. I recommend or urge you guys that join that. Also, Drones United, heavily active in that one as well. I'm going to put a link in the description below. 10,000 plus people in that one. People in the groups are pretty level-headed. They're not too much drone policing. We try to limit that. And there's a plethora of knowledge in there, especially when it comes to rules and regs and all that stuff. If you guys are looking to purchase one of these two drones, I'll put a link in the description for DroneWorks. I get all and purchase all of my stuff from DroneWorks. Veteran-owned, small business. He's very forward and straight to the point, so if he's very blunt, and I like that because there's no beating around the bush and there's no gray area. It's black or white with Zach. So, guys, thanks for watching. Happy flying, be safe, and I'll see you when I do my range test. Take it easy.